fame in 1919, an American hip hop group right here on Free State FM. How are you feeling, my friend? How are you feeling? I'm feeling on top of the world. I'm the happiest this side of the equator. May I just tell you that we're going to have ourselves a great time. Believe you me, we take it nice and easy. Open-minded people, open-minded friends, locked in at this point in time. Yes, you may have seen on social media that we are rolling with very, very, very energetic people full of talent, potential, right here on Free State FM. May I just mention that today we're having Mr. Osborne Motlhabane, one of the gentlemen that I respect so much. I still have to investigate and ask him, what happened to Khomotso? We come a long way with Osborne Motlhabane from the days of Radio BBT. So he's here. As you know that he's working on a project of TV. It's not easy, I tell you. So we'll be talking to him and maybe try to find out. Maybe I know him, but he should tell you who he is. So not about 25 minutes past the hour 3, I'll be talking to him. This is the Sunday Soul Serenade. My name is Patrick Taboso, not solo. We laugh and direct. Hey, yeah, from Grassland, baby. Yeah, we come through you live on www.freestatefm.co.za. Hey, you can check us out on YouTube. We are definitely there. We are going to be there in a short while. And of course, on Facebook, we'll be live. 4 solid hours of togetherness, non-stop, having a great time. And of course, she will be here, Khadija Brown. Oh my goodness, she'll be doing this show throughout. Alright, so stick around, we're going to have fun. It's not funny, hey? And of course, old Rusty. I spoke to him this morning, and we just chatting, me and old Russ, Mr. Murison, one of the gentlemen that took risks some years back when it was not fashionable to call international artists in the Free State. We're very honored, we're very, very proud we have him as our guest today in the studio. This is the Free State FM. And of course, thanks to C-Squared, Ben Moseme, for really supporting this program today. All right, and of course, there's a gentleman who's relaxing somewhere. Mr. Malapanzi, thank you very much. He just said to me, Pedro, no, enjoy the show, the brother. You see, that's the media fraternity for you. Getting tongue-tied. Talking about getting tongue-tied, Osborne used to say it from time to time at Radio BBT. No, maybe I must say hi to Ozzy. He's already here. Hello, Ozzy. How's it, the brother?
No, I'm cool.
I'm sure you can hear yourself now.
Yes, I can.
You can definitely hear yourself now. How are you feeling today, the brother?
I can't complain, Perry.
Uh-huh.
I always say that in times like this, we say we thank God for the gift of life.
When survival is a game. In times like this, when survival is a game.
Yes.
We need to say thank you to the Almighty.
Yeah, he's been faithful in our lives, and we thank him. Like I said again, we thank him for the gift of life.
Hey, tada. Right. This is Free State FM.
This is Free State FM. Free State FM. The magic. Free State FM, connecting you with the stars.
Soul Sounds celebrates and expresses unity in women with its Woman to Woman event on the 31st of August at the Old Grays Event Center in Bloemfontein with a star-studded female lineup featuring Thandiso Mazwai, Lady Zamar, Kelly Kumalo, Shoma Josie, Simi, and Lerato Khanyago. Tickets are available nationwide at CompuTicket outlets. General access 300 Rand, Golden Circle 390, and VIP 2,000 Rand. Gates open at 4 p.m. and the event starts at 6 p.m. See you there.
Ulanis Aluminium Works. We manufacture the following: gates, doors, palisades, garage doors, and burglar doors. We are located at 6043 Maseti Street, Pahameng location, Bloemfontein. Call us at 051 726 9025 or 076 1910621. Bow, keeping you safe in style.
This is Free State FM.
Feel the flavor for your feet. Candy. See what happiness we're bringing.
Free State FM, connecting you with the stars. The magic of online radio. This is Free State FM. Free State FM, connecting you with the stars.
Yes, this is Free State FM, and we are going to play this song. Music is compiled by Miss Khadija Brown. I need to mention that. And the Egyptians were stunned yesterday in the last few minutes of the game, while the South Africans were very, very ecstatic. And I can tell you now, I can feel it in the air that people are having fun in South Africa. I went to the barber shop this morning just to shave my head, and everybody, our brothers, our African brothers there, everybody was hailing South Africa. Thank you very much and congratulations. Well done. Love hip hop. He did a show some years back at Radio BBT. Hip hop flavor mix.
The hip hop flavor mix.
The hip hop flavor mix. Osborne will come talk about Radio BBT. We'll talk about where it all started. Right, on Free State FM. Well, Mary J. Blige, as I said, the music is compiled by Khadija. Beautiful music. I mean, music that we're turning back the hands of time. All that I need is just to be happy. And Mary J. Blige, she's just asking, she says, why you play with the time? Why you play with my time? Why do you waste my time? And all that she wants is being happy. This is very real. This is reality because of late, people, they never know what they got until it's over. When it comes to matters of the heart, you are propose a lady and she agrees, and the next thing you take an advantage. It's not something that is cool. It's not Ayoba. This is Free State FM. Yes, one good song. Mr. Carla Thomas, and the track is called I Wish. And this is Free State FM, and thank you very much for the love. It is showtime. Dumela.
Janice Aluminium Works re itlhomme pele ka ho etsa diheke, mamati, palisades le butler doors ka boqhetseke le bonono bo tsotehang. Re fumaneha 6043 Maseti Street, Phahameng, location Bloemfontein. Kapa o ka re letsetsa dinomorong tsena tsa mohala 051 726 9025 kapa 076 19 1062. Bow, keeping you safe in style.
Soulful Sounds you tlisetsa woman to woman ka 31 August mo kete ona o tla tshwarela Old Grey Event Center Bloemfontein. Dineledi tsa rona tsa dipini tsa basadi e leng Shoma Jozi, Lady Zama, Simi, Lerato Kganyago, Holy Ray, Kelly Khumalo le Thandiswa Mazwai ba tla be ba tshesa mollo le tsona basadi. Ditikete di fumaneha CompuTicket. Diheke di bulwa ka hora ya bone ha mokete o qala hantle horeng ya botshelela. Tlohong re tlo ketekang basadi hammoho.
You're listening to Free State FM, home of the Sunday Soul Serenade.
Re motlotlo ebile re ikgantsha ka wena. Fela jaaka setlhare se se kgabisang naga e go neng go sasanka lengao mo go yona. Re mmodi wa setso sa gago. Re metshameko, re dikgang, re jazz, re segompieno, re isagwe. Re Afrika.
Free State FM.
Re wena.
Yes, Rewena. We're having ourselves a great time. Osborne Motlhabani will be talking to me on the other side of this. Who is Khomotso Motlhabani? This is Groove Theory and the track is called Tell Me. Like I said, the music is compiled by Sis Khadija.
This is Free State FM. Free State FM. The magic. Free State FM, connecting you with the stars.
Yes, we connect you with the stars. This is Free State FM. Like I said, I'll be talking to Mr. Osborne Motlhabane. Welcome to Free State of Mozi.
Thank you, Perry. How are you?
Well, I'm okay. I'm okay. You look good today, eh? As always. You look good, brother.
I appreciate. Thank you very much. We try our best.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ozila. Osborne and radio, Osborne and media. The bug, when did it bite you? The very first time.
Maybe before we go on, Pat, let's congratulate our team. They did well last night.
Oh, yes.
Beating Egypt.
Yes.
We're a little bit despondent, and we
Yes,
thought
yes.
that there'll never be a breakthrough.
Yeah.
But I was motivated that we need to look back as a country and be
Yes.
proud
Sure.
that there is still hope. No matter how hopeless the situation is,
Yeah.
there is still an opportunity to rise and shine.
Yeah.
So I think the boys did us very well.
Colorful display of soccer yesterday.
Beautiful.
I mean, they were very energetic, enthusiastic, ambitious. You know, like I said a little earlier, the Egyptians were stunned.
Yes.
And South Africans were ecstatic.
And I heard in the news today that automatically
The coach.
we've become the favorite.
Is it?
Yeah, potential is there that we might take.
We must just beat Nigeria
If we beat Nigeria,
and
I
we
think
take our position.
I think we're good to go.
Number one. And
We're
the
good to
sad
go.
thing is South Africa caused the Egyptian coach to be sacked.
I heard this morning that
Yeah,
the Egyptian coach was shown the door.
was shown the door, yes.
Yeah, this morning. But proud. I think
Yeah.
our own homeboy here did us very well.
Exactly.
He did the country well.
We're actually proud of people that makes Free State very shine
Shine.
and all that.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And Ozila, yes. Ozila and the radio
Sure.
and the media.
Hey, Pat, I think this bug bite me when I was still very young.
Uh-huh.
I remember in 1986, in September 1986, I should have been around 12 years old.
Yeah.
You know, I knew that there was going to be a radio station called Radio Metro that was going to be launched in September that year, 1986. It's a long time ago.
It is.
I'm saying, as young as I was, I knew that on that day, on that month, that year, I had to tune on medium wave.
Yeah.
That time to listen to Radio
1090,
Metro.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm saying I became conscious of radio and media and broadcasting as early as 11, 12 years of age. That's how far.
And you joining the radio for the first time, what happened?
Pat, we were the lucky ones, myself, yourself, that, you know, when I was doing Standard 9 at that time, I was in Lereko High School.
Yeah.
And I heard that there was an initiative at Mangaung Rocklands Library that there was going to be a meeting. There are people who are coming with a concept of broadcasting in a caravan. I'm saying this was 1991, 1992.
Yeah.
And I followed that up to understand that there was a possibility now that a radio station can be set up in a caravan.
Yes.
Little did I know that these people are talking about community radio. But fast forward, we're handpicked by people like Quentin Eyster.
Yeah.
Papi Mokoena, through Mangaung Education and Development Trust. Like Ikacha.
How did you no. How did you know about Radio BBT? Because now you're fast forwarding. Because he's mentioning
Quentin was my mentor and my coach at that time.
Okay.
I think he has been doing that for a very long time.
Yes.
To a lot of young people at that stage. We used to exchange books. I used to visit him. He loved philosophy. He loved motivation books. So I would just go to his office and drop him a book.
Yeah.
And in the process, he just said, "Nah, man, there is this opportunity of starting a community radio station. Would you be interested?" And I said, "This is what I've been looking for." So I think, to be more precise, I think Quentin Ayster opened that opportunity for me personally. And that's where I met Lucky Kacha and Lekgotla Sithola at the time. And then we
Who were
became,
they and what was happening there?
we just became a local organizing committee to set up Radio BT at that time. Remember, it was around 1994, early 1995.
Yeah.
And in the early 90s, there was a conference in Netherlands,
Yeah.
which was called Open the Airwaves Conference, which was preparing South Africa beyond 1994 elections, which gave birth to what today we know as the triple inquiry report, which gave birth to the Independent Broadcasting Authority at that time. It was known as the IBA, which the results then was that there should be a three-tie kind of broadcasting in South Africa beyond 1994. One, to reposition the SABC as a national broadcaster. Remember that the SABC used to serve as a mouthpiece for the nationalist government before 1994.
Yeah.
So the triple inquiry report was to say, let's reposition the SABC into a credible national broadcaster as we know it today. But there must be another tie of broadcasting, which was then commercial and community. So this is why we talk about the three-tie broadcasting as the results of that process of the triple inquiry report, which gave birth to community radio or community broadcasting and then commercial. You remember in the even that time, Pat, SABC had to relinquish some of its radio stations to commercial entities like
OFM.
Orange. It was Radio Orange at that time. It's now OFM. Just to mention a few.
And let's talk about like now. Here is the project where BBT FM has to go on. Who did you have on board at the time? Now, a few days before BBT goes on air.
Interestingly, Pat,
because BBT is one of the first community radio
one of the
stations
few
in South Africa,
licensed stations at that time by IBA.
Yes.
I think we're the first bunch of radio stations to be licensed.
By what? Not
by IBA.
IBA at the time.
Independent Broadcasting Authority.
Yes.
We had to cut our teeth with the process that came before we went on air. The application to IBA.
Application.
You remember that we had to prepare ourselves. We had to do a lot of dry runs with Quentin because he was our lead negotiator. IBA was very shrewd at that time as the regulator. Especially the monitoring department. The monitoring department and the licensing department, very tight legal team they had. We had to present and argue our case, why we should be licensed. Quentin, again, he did as the lead negotiator. I mean, Pat, we were 2021 at the time, and we were part of the panel. Arguing for the licensing process. And
I remember people that joined at the time when IBA was here was the meeting at Bloemfontein Hotel.
Bloemfontein Hotel, that's why
the mayor, Jani Mohapi, rocked up.
Yes.
Mayor Reverend Shabaku, the speaker of the legislature, also rocked up.
Yes.
We only worked as a team.
You know, beautiful. But it's amazing that it's 25 years later.
Yes.
But the process was rigorous, was very intense.
Yes.
It was not free for all. You had to put our argument to the legal team of ICASA, the compliance.
Not ICASA at the time.
I mean, IBA at the time.
Broadcasting, yes.
I remember the guys like Sepiso,
Tsepiso, yes.
Sotets,
The representative
who
of
was the
IBA.
IBA rep in the
Yes.
province.
When it comes to compliance, that man didn't budge.
A sharp legal mind.
Compliance, yeah.
Yeah, a sharp legal mind. But he played a very important role in the background to advise us to
Yes,
comply at
yes,
that time.
Yes.
And I remember that I was the compliant officer. I was the training and development officer, but I also did the compliance.
Yeah.
I did a lot of recruitment for
Sure.
beautiful
True,
talent.
What?
Lindwem Tai
Yeah, sure.
and Lindwem Timkulu. And I remember that I did a lot of mentoring and recruiting for people like Khutsimo Dimoseleka.
No, definitely.
And he's appreciative even today that
Yeah, no.
I created that
The
opportunity
likes
for
of
him.
Khonze Maele, they came
Khonze
after. We
Maele.
always tell the people that
Yeah.
no Selondona we started with.
Yeah.
But anyway, let me not jump. You are the one on the platform. Yes.
Yes. But to say it was a beautiful opportunity where we saw talent. You just followed your gut feeling.
Sure. And Ozzy, now let's talk about going on air for the first time. Now the license is granted.
Yeah.
Going on air for the first time because none of us had experience. Okay, we had Tikhupa Kisi. She was
Yes.
coming from
Lucky
SABC.
Kasha.
Lucky Kasha also had
Yeah.
an experience.
Yeah.
No, as an actor.
As
But
an
not
actor.
as a radio announcer.
But I think he had that innate
No, he
talent.
had it in him. But I'm
yeah.
I'm talking about the talent.
Yeah, Ostihui was part of the team
Yeah,
at that time.
Current affairs.
Current
department,
affairs,
yes.
yeah.
And we had Desmond Putti,
Desmond
Lepa
Putti,
Putti.
yes.
He was a teacher at the time.
Yes.
And we had, let's talk about the first meeting. Before we go and broadcast, like today, tomorrow we are going on air. We're sitting, go upstairs. What's that? Robert, what street?
Elizabeth Street.
Elizabeth Street, there's a place, the second floor.
Second floor.
We're
yes.
sitting there and we're strategizing who's doing morning drive, who's doing whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, now.
Yeah.
And, yeah. And the
It was quite an intense meeting.
Yeah.
You remember that the studio was already, we had to rehearse to
Sure.
operate the desk.
Yes, yes.
And we were
And-
playing a lot of vinyls at that time.
And I couldn't operate the desk for 2 months or so.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it was a very small desk,
It was.
12 channel if I'm not mistaken.
I had to beg the music compiler to help me when I do my show
Yes.
with Morning Drive show. type of-
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And yeah.
But like you said, we had to sit and do a lot of dry run
Yeah.
on the equipment.
Yes.
But you remember that we had to do the lineup for tomorrow, for
No,
the following
for the
day,
following- yes,
when we had to go on air. And we debated quite a lot,
Sure. Yeah.
but we were quite excited.
Yeah.
And we had to pair, we're going in pairs.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
And me and you had to go at 7 o'clock that evening.
Yes, yes, yes.
I remember we were researching and we had to go and we approached, may her soul rest in peace, Osdoli Ken.
Oh, yes, oh, yes. Oh, yes,
I
yes.
think she was running that Bazari.
Yes, the thing. Mema Khabogone things,
Mema
yeah.
Khaborano project
Yes,
of
yes, yes.
giving gifted students bazaris at that time. Osdoli was quite a beautiful soul.
Yeah, she was.
And we dedicate this show to her
No, definitely.
as
yes,
well.
Yes, yes.
Because we spoke to her that same day that she was going to be our guest on our show.
Sure.
And coincidentally, we did the first show I did it with you.
I was with you. Yes. We're co-presenting. We're co-presenting. Yes.
We're co-presenting the two of us, and you.
And I stole the show.
You stole the show from me. You being you let. I think I did the introduction. You ran with the show.
No, you're right. Yes.
But Pat, I think I'm still grateful for that opportunity.
And we must also acknowledge Vose Twai. That man has always been in the background. Vose has always been in the background. Yes.
Vose Twai,
Yeah.
but the institution, Twilight Funeral Home,
Sure, yeah.
at that time, these were the people that made sure that sometimes we eat.
No, definitely.
These are the people, and Ntate Zandi Twai as
Le
well.
Mama Sisi's.
Le
Yes.
Mama Sisi.
Actually, at Twilight Zone, Twilight Funeral Park, they took me to Luther Vandross show in Johannesburg. So many things they did for me. Yes.
Those were local business people who
Yeah.
had our interest at heart.
Yeah.
They gave us even money for transport
True,
day
yes,
to
yes,
day
yes,
because we're dependent on local business people.
Right.
So I remember that show, Luda Vendros, that
Yes.
your expenses were paid by
Sure,
Twilight Funeral Home.
Yeah.
And Vusi had a big heart
No.
to make sure that. I remember my first gospel show. Vusi went to the US. When he came back, he bought me a CD. Kirk Franklin.
His dad went to Germany.
Yes.
When he came back, he brought me that is, and he gave me the CD.
Yes.
And
every time they go overseas,
they would
they bring us
something.
music.
Yes.
And we look
Yeah.
back and say we are grateful.
Sure. And Ozzy from Radio BBT now. We're not going to get that is a story on its own. Moteo FM formation. I believe you are part of Moteo formation FM. What happened?
Pat, BBT went under.
Yes.
We had to close shop, I think, around 1999, 2000. And then there was 10 years of silence here without any community radio. And I think God gave you another vision to say, we can start this thing again. And you approached me personally to say, man, Ozzy, can't we look at the possibility of reviving one
the radio sector in the Free State in Bloemfontein.
and close the space again.
Yeah.
And but you were very clear to me to say, can we get the previous team of people to come on board? And we went back to our sponsor again, Quintin Eisler. He was still with the internet.
SA Breweries.
No. I think he was with the interstate bus lines.
Yes.
He was still there. I think that's where we had our first meeting.
Yes. No. Our first meeting was in your one room there in the Bochabela location. Sunday evening. I convened a meeting there in your room.
In my room.
That's where Moteo FM thing started.
Yeah,
yes.
Seleke Street, just in the back rooms there. I was hiring a space there to stay. We had our first meeting there.
Sure.
But immediately after that, we approached Quintin and we went to the interstate bus lines offices.
We had a couple of
meetings. But we had to even look for a consultant. We approached Nkopane Mapiri.
Yes.
He came with Mr. Vilakazi.
Martin
Vilakazi. This way to say they can put a concept document together. They can put a big book to ICASA now. That time. So we did that. And we got Sit Up Capital to make copies of the license. The same process again, the hearing, and eventually we got the license.
We had to put the team together, which was led